Good morning. I am Elizabeth Jose, MSW student, first year, Sri Shavrisha College. Today, we are going to learn about the methods and functions of social work, of the subject history, philosophy, and fields of social work. The main objectives of this presentation is to gain an in-depth knowledge on methods and functions of social work and to apply these methods and functions in professional setting. Social work is a professional field focused on enhancing individual and community well-being through advocacy, support, and intervention. Rooted in principle of social justice, human rights, and respect for diversity, social work aims to empower individuals and groups facing social, economic, and personal challenges. Practitioners engage with clients to address issues such as mental health, poverty, substance abuse, family dynamics, and all, employing a holistic approach that considers the broader social environment. So, there are mainly 6 methods of social work, which is categorized into primary social work and secondary social work. The primary social work include social casework, social group work, and community organization. And secondary social work involves social welfare administration, social action, social work research. Then we're going to study every methods in detail. First of all, social casework. It is a process used by certain human welfare agencies to help individuals to cope more effectively with their problems in social functioning. Social work does not believe on the survival of fittest. It is based on the assumption of human welfare. It provides help to every needy and disabled person. Its ultimate aim is to establish harmonious relationship between the client and the society to which he or she belongs. A definition given by Alice Richmond is presented in this slide. A person who comes with a problem to a place where a professional worker to help him in a given process, and the person is the client here. There are several skills and principles involved in the social case work. The first skill is establishing rapport. Rapport means a professional relationship between the client and social worker. It is the first step of an intervention. That we can establish rapport through effective communications and all. Then the second skill is effective communication. Then the third one, problem solving skill. The social worker must make the client to solve the problem by himself. So he needs good problem solving skill. Then skill in goal setting. The goal setting must be on SMART goals. Then skill in active listening is also involved. Principle involves principle of acceptance. As a social worker, we need to accept a client as he is. Whether he is an abuser or a criminal, we must accept him on the way he is. Then principle of confidentiality. It means whatever the client reveals to us must be the secret. It doesn't given to a third party. There are certain circumstances where we can reveal the secrets, that if the client is a criminal, a culprit, then we can raise the news to the officials. Then principle of client self-determination means make the client self-determined to take his own decision. Principle of individualization means every individual is unique. The second primary method, social group work. It is a method of social work which develops the ability of establishing constructive relationship in individual through group activities. Group experiences are essential needs of human being. This is the definition given by Konopka about the social group work. And the group help individual in removing weakness and strengthening internal power to perform satisfactorily. There are certain skills and principles involved: skills in establishing rapport, skill in analyzing group situation, skill in community and agency resources using. Social worker must analyze the group situations recurrently. Then the social worker must have the confidence to use the community and agency resources very accurately. Principle involved: principle of planned group formation, principle of specific objective. Every action must be on specific objectives. Then principle of a purposeful worker group relationship. Then the next primary method was the community organization. The definition given by Murray Giros is presented here. It is a process which community itself identify the needs and object, and the community will give the priority to the issues they selected. As a social worker, we develop the confidence and will to work together with them, and also help them to find the resources both internal and external to the community, and thus extends and develops cooperative and collaborative attitudes and practices in the community. This community organization deals with intervention in communities to solve the community problems. There are certain skills and principles involved in this community organizations, which involves skill in rapport establishment, skill in the identification of needs, skill in resource mobilization, skill in program planning, and encourage community participation, because community is the soul of this community organization. Then the principle involves principle of specific objectives. Then principle of planning: every action must move as per the plan. Then people's participation: people are the soul, so people's participation is important. We can raise awareness through rallies, social medias and all. Then principle of intergroup approach is another principle. Then we are moving to the secondary method, that is the first one, social welfare administration. It is a process which is used in the organization and administration of public and private services. It includes those activities which are undertaken with regard to an individual, group, and community. Social welfare administration is both scientific and professional activity. It promotes social work practice in administration. It administrates or implements special programs intended for vulnerable, disadvantaged, and weaker sections of the population, such as women, disabled children, chronically ill, the aged, scheduled caste, and scheduled tribes. There are certain steps involved in the social welfare administration. That first one is planning, the process of setting objectives. Then organizing, arranging the resources and activities in a structured way to implement the plan effectively. Then staffing means recruiting and training and placing the right person to ensure the organization has necessary human resource. Then directing, leading and guiding staff and volunteers to execute the plan is directing. Then coordinating. Then reporting means documenting and communicating progress outcomes. Then budgeting means managing the financial resources by planning, allocating and controlling the organization's budget. Then the next secondary method was social action. The inherent theme behind the social action is readjustment of the social institution and redistribution of power and resources for social justice and empowerment of the community. The social problems and conflicts have remained an integral part of the society. Social action is a way of meeting mass social problems. In this type of social work, the entire community or as large a number of members as possible are made aware of any mass or social pathological problem eating the vitals of the society. After this awareness is created, the social worker enlists the support of maintain to change the situation through social reform, collective action on suitable legislative measure. Then the different steps involved in the social action is problem identification. Identification of a social problem that need attention. Then research and analysis. The gathered information and data about the problem, its cause and effects. Then goal setting. The goal setting must be on smart goals, that is specific, measurable, achievable, relevant and time bound goals for addressing the problems. Then strategy development. Develop a plan of action including tactics, timelines and resources needed. Then mobilize the public support, means raising awareness through the social media rallies about the issue. Then advocacy as part of the policy changes, legislation or measures to address the problem. Then implementation and evaluation, means putting the plan to action and monitoring and evaluating. Then the last method, secondary method of social work, which is the social work research, means it is a systemic investigation which has available knowledge and find out new facts. It deals with social phenomena. It studies the behavior of human beings as members of the society and their feeling, response, attitudes under different circumstances. This social research means a careful, critical, and systemic inquiry into or an investigation of a problem, an effort to find fresh information by experimentation and study, and a process by which it try to find answers to problem of social work. It also has different steps like selection of subject, formulation of hypothesis, construction of research design, then survey of literature, investigation of related material, collection of data, tabulation of collected data, analysis and interpretation of data, verification of problems and hypotheses, and generalization. These are the steps of social work research. Then functions of social work. This is the second topic we are going to discuss today. There are certain four categories of function, that is curative, correctional, preventive and developmental function. First one is curative function, means it aims to cure or treat the physical, social, psychological problems in individual. These services includes medical and health services, psychiatry, child guidance, rehabilitation for the handicapped or disabled. The goal is to restore the individual to a state of physical, mental and emotional well-being. Then the correctional function. Correctional function of social work focus on individual reforms, improving the social relationship and social reforms. Then the third one is preventive function. It aims to prevent the social problems before they arise. It includes services like life insurance, public assistance, social legislation, adult education, disease prevention, etc. to address issues like insecurity, ignorance, sickness. By addressing these issues, preventive social work helps individuals achieve a minimum desirable standard of living and promote overall well-being. Then the last function, that is developmental function, focus on promoting socio-economic development and enhance the quality life for individual, families, groups and community. It encompasses activities such as education, recreational services, urban and rural developmental programs and all. These efforts aim to empower and support communities to achieve their full potential and to improve the overall well-being. The social worker plays a vital role in addressing the complex social issues that affect individual families and communities. Through various methods including the casework, group work, community organization and other secondary methods, social workers strive to promote social justice, equality and human well-being. Social worker seeks to create positive change and promote a more just and equitable society for all. Prioritizing social adjustment, its main objective is to empower the client towards self-dependence while aiming for permanent solution and prevention of future issues through proactive measures. These are the presentation, and hereby we have completed the methods and functions of social work. Hope you understand. The reference is provided. Thank you.